So let me get this straight. You danced with a girl all night at a ball that the whole kingdom was invited to, and neither you nor anyone else there, including your palace guards, got so much as a name, where she was from, or what she does. You also, though it wasn't a masked ball, and you spent the entire evening just with her, cannot provide any description of her outside of her clothing. The only thing you have to go by is that when she ran away from you, she was in so much of a hurry that she lost one of her shoes, a shoe made of glass, and you didn't bother to get a list of who remained after she left to eliminate anyone in the kingdom. Is this correct? Detective Hans stared up from his notes at the prince. Yeah, I think that about covers it. But she's the one. I really need to find her. She was perfect. I must marry her, Prince Charming insisted. You must marry someone that you know nothing about other than her fashion sense. Hans wiped his hand over his face. You do realize there are probably hundreds of girls who will be able to fit themselves into this shoe. So your idea of going door to door simply won't work unless you're willing to settle for the first girl who can wear it, right? I think my granny might be a good fit. Well, I mean, I'm sure I'll know when I see her again in the shoe. We were meant to be. If you were meant to be, what color were her eyes? Was she a blonde, brunette, a redhead? Any clue as to how tall she was? For Grimm's sake, man. You had her in your arms for hours. What in the hell did you talk about? We didn't really talk much. We just danced and gazed into her eyes, all romantic like. The same eyes that you can't tell me the color of? Yeah. They're really pretty, though. She was the most beautiful girl at the ball. Yes, I got that part. Multiple times. So you helped me find her? Pled the prince. Mum's in a bit of a tizzy that I lost her before I got her name. I'm getting lectured on my manners, and she's making me retake all of my etiquette lessons from when I was growing up again. Can't you just throw another ball and see if she shows up? Should be rather easy. There can't be too many girls showing up with one glass shoe after all. Then again, perhaps there was a reason why she was running away to begin with. Were you copping a feel or something? I don't want to help this girl get trapped into something she doesn't want. No! I mean, my hand may have slipped once or twice, but I was never really good at the fancier dances. I was just keeping my balance. Another waltz was about to start, and she looked up the clock and said, "Oh dear, look at the time. I really must be leaving." And then she just took off running into the night. As far as another ball goes, what if she just buys new shoes? If she bought new shoes, wouldn't you still be able to identify the most beautiful girl at the ball? Even if you can't recall a single feature for a sketch artist, there must have been something that would grab your attention. If not, you might find another pretty girl. Your standards don't seem too high, to be honest. Hans shook his head. Royalty. You didn't get paid enough for this. Well, I suppose Mom does love throwing a ball. I'm sure she'll show up. After all, she would get to spend the entire night with me again, and then her life as well. I can't imagine her not coming to a second one. Prince Charming slowly nodded to himself. Yes, I believe this is an excellent idea. And this time, I shall be sure to ask her name. Wonderful. Now head back to the palace like a good little prince and tell your mummy to get a cracking on new ball. I've got a couple of missing children to find, and frankly, they're more important than your love life. Hans shoved the prince out the door and opened the file on his desk about the children who had gone missing in the dark wood, a young brother and sister. He suspected foul play, but it was difficult to provide in these cases. He thought about sending the woodcutter, a vigilante in the area, a tip about them. He'd done a great job in the Red Riding Hood case. Hans pulled out a parchment and began penning a missive to him immediately.